know what it is and who it is, man. Mr. FTH himself, man. Wise, let's get it.
Mama say it's my fault I wear my heart on my sleeve. I think it's best I put my heart on ice, cause I can't breathe. I'm gonna put my...
Today we are speaking with no other than the CEO of Full Time Hustle, Mr. Wise. How you been?
What's going on with us? What it do?
Alright, so you ready for this? Just tell the people a little bit about yourself. You know, you seem to be a pretty laid back person.
I mean, what you see is what you get. Ain't much to it, man. Like you said, I'm laid back. CEO, FTH Entertainment, brand and label.
Okay.
Many other things, you know what I'm saying, we're going to speak on. Because we don't want to, throw that bad energy out there. Nobody suck that up, so, yeah.
Totally understand. Well, recently I seen that you had took a trip to Ghana.
Yeah.
So while you were there, did you hear any wise tales in reference to any beliefs that we had prior to Christianity being delivered to the country?
No, I wouldn't say no wise tales. Nah.
No wise tales while you were there?
Nah.
What good information did you learn while you was there? Because there's a lot of people who are under the false pretense that, it's a very poor country. So what did you experience while there?
No, definitely not a poor country. Definitely. It was all love when I was there. It was a lot of culture, a lot of love. They welcome you, for real. A lot of partying. They do party. I thought shit, we party, they party, but it was a lot of love though. I felt like I was at home. So it was some place that I would recommend everybody go.
Okay, I'll take that. So just a little bit. So are you a subscriber on my JaneN'Thingzz channel?
You already know.
So if you're a subscriber, we handle everyday life situations. So one of the situations that came to me was basically someone approached her. They wanted her to participate in, he believes in polygamy. So he wants her to participate in this, and she's interested. What advice or what could you give somebody in reference to that? Is that something that you would believe in?
I mean, it's each his own. You know what I'm saying? What works for me may not work for the next person. So, I mean, it's communities that thriving in the work. So I wouldn't say it don't work, but it gotta be just like a monogamous relationship. That shit gotta mesh. So you gotta figure that shit out. So it ain't for everybody. I wouldn't say.
Okay. So say this was your situation. Do you really think that a man needs more than one wife?
Maybe, like I said.
Okay, no, you said maybe, but I want to drill in on this. So this is the idea of it. So I'm not quite sure everything that goes on with polygamy, but what I would say is, when it comes to more than one wife, is it somebody supposed to cook, somebody supposed to clean, I just don't understand the support system behind it. I'm just trying to get a little insight on it. Maybe you can help me out. Now, I'm not saying that you practice this in any way, but I know as the person you are, you read a lot.
Yeah, no, I don't practice it, but like I said, everybody's situation gonna be different. So I don't know what would detail, who doing what or what, but I'm pretty sure everybody would have a role, just like in any other relationship, But if there's more people in that relationship, then there's more people hands-on. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to get more shit done. But it's as people, that's where ego and pride and other shit, feelings come into play. So everybody has to be aboard. 9 times out of 10, it has to be the women. They always think it's the man, but it got to be the women.
Okay.
That's the ingredients with it for it to work in the first place. So
totally understandable. Well, me personally, I always grew up thinking I was going to, buy my own island, have 4 husbands and stuff. Would you even participate in a situation where you had to be where it was a situation where it was more than one husband? Because we always talk about men with more than one woman. But what if some woman approached you? So you're in your situation now. What if your old lady came home right now today and was like, listen, I got this great idea. I want to have 3 husbands. What would you say? Are you running? Or you gonna talk it out?
If I was into that, you know what I'm saying? If I was into that and I was open to that, but I know I'm enough man for it, so
okay.
I know she ain't even coming for no shit like that. So, yeah.
I don't know, because I'm one of those people. I think I'd come home and ask my man that just to see what he say, real talk.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Every now and then you just got to throw a crazy question out there.
What you gonna get out of that?
What I'm gonna get out of it?
Yeah, 3 men. 3 men.
Listen, 3. All of them gotta work, so that means I'm not doing nothing all day, but exactly what I want to do.
What if all 3 of them ain't shit? And then you got just 3.
See, they can't be on the team.
Huh?
They can't be on the team.
Everybody got to be in the appliance and everything got to work. If not, you just got motherfuckers just fucking with people. Just you know what I'm saying? So it got to be a system.
You're
like
right.
Anything.
Me personally, I just feel like, listen, if 3 got to be on the team, 3 got to be on the team. But everybody gonna have their role. They better play it right.
I can dig it.
So as a family man, how, with music, you're constantly in the studio, you're constantly, you're here, you're on the road, you're doing multiple things. For someone that's young and they're growing up and they're trying to get into it, someone that may be in the streets but they're trying to switch over, what advice could you give our young man?
I would say, just stick with it. With anything, man. If it was easy, everybody would do it. And 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get it on the first time. So don't look at that shit, that success overnight shit, 2 and 3 years. Look at there's more people that have really been putting it in and trying to figure this shit out. So just stick with it. If it's really for you and you really want it, you'll stick with it.
I totally agree. So in a situation, a lot of times with our youth, we're gonna switch up because we're gonna talk about family and youth and things like that. Because we're very uplifting when it comes to the community. So as far as the community that you're currently in, what are things that you've done to help those younger ones in the community?
I always talk to them when I see them. When I'm out there, even when they don't want to hear it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hands-on with them when I see them. And they already know if they ever need somebody to talk to, I'm there,
And that's the biggest way to be, especially with support systems these days. I know a lot of children growing up don't necessarily have a father figure in the home. Do you think that's a bad thing? Like young kids growing up without a father or a mother?
I ain't gonna say it's bad, but a 2-parent household is always gonna be better, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if they don't have a father figure or a male figure in their life, it's gonna show. So they're gonna adapt to, they're gonna gravitate to whatever they see as a man figure, whether it's in the streets or it's whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Right.
The man being in the house is definitely important.
You know what? I kind of beg to differ with the 2-person household, only because I've seen situations where people come from a household where the mom might be on drugs and the dad may be molesting the child. So but it's 2 parents in the household, So I'm thinking it's one of those situations that you got to take as a case-by-case scenario. But definitely anybody that would be in that situation, I would just reach out to them, tell them, look, you got to get some type of help, And the biggest thing is I feel like kids these days, they've been taught so much to not say nothing. So what would you say to the kids now that has things going on in the home who feel like they shouldn't say nothing because they've been told, don't snitch or don't do this?
And stuff like what?
So say, their dad or stepdad or somebody's, molesting them, but they've been told, but they know this the only way mama bills is going to get paid.
Nah, they didn't speak on that. Fuck that. They didn't speak on that. Nah. That ain't right. No way around it. You know what I'm saying? And no kid should feel like they not the victim of some shit like that is going on. So yeah, they should speak out. Definitely on some shit like that.
Well, I definitely totally agree with that. So just to swing over to the music side of things real quick. So again, as you are the CEO of Full Time Hustle, I noticed that it's a lot of up and coming artists in the world. And there was a statement that was made online yesterday, I believe, where they said the baby here from Charlotte, North Carolina, first Grammy nominated. How does that look? How does that feel being that you're here from North Carolina?
That shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? To be that close and know that somebody from North Carolina is nominated for that. You know what I'm saying? That's big. So that let me know that shit is attainable. You know what I'm saying? Let me know that the shit that I'm doing is right and exact. So yeah.
I take that. Now you do have a show. If I'm not mistaken, you got a video out with Stunner for Vegas. Is that right?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was dope. Stunner Star. He came in and did his thing. Yeah. Stay the same. Y'all go stream that. on all platforms.
Y'all heard that, guys. Stay the same. Go stream that on all platforms. Now, one thing I can honestly say, I had said something to this the other day, is being respectful. And a lot of people these days are not respectful of the culture. You know, they don't understand. They automatically think just because somebody's out here in the music business, you know, it's a bunch of groupies, you know, it's a bunch of cheating going on. But I try to tell people, like, the average person in music is not really out here cheating, but they don't want to understand that. So just being a man that's in the music industry, can you speak a little bit to that?
I mean, I don't think it got nothing to do with your career or whatever you're doing. If you cheating, you cheating. It don't matter. You could be a motherfucking a secretary, a preacher. So, you know, I don't think it got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a myth. That's a myth.
I totally agree. So, you know, being that you are the CEO of Full Time Hustle, I just want to get into how did that come about?
It's been in the making for a while, you know. When you find your purpose, it just attract to you. You know what I'm saying? You attract to that. And it's just something that I seen. I come from a line of hustlers. And just in my process of reinventing myself, this is one of the things I came up with. I seen a lot of people getting money with the music, the entertainment. So I said, shit, let me try my hand. These niggas ain't no different than me. They got a story to tell. I got a story to tell. So that's how I came. You know, we just kept building it. We kept building it. But it's a lifestyle. There ain't nothing we fabricating or trying to portray. There's some shit that we seen, we doing as entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? And FTH, that's the acronym, Full-Time Hustle, Entertainment and Apparel. We got short movies coming, books. The music though, the music is the gumbo of it, and everything else branch off from that. But yeah.
So it is the understanding that February 15th you actually got a album dropping, right? Or an EP, if I'm not mistaken.
EP.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that. Who all gonna be on it?
It's Hustle Wise. It's a collab. You know what I'm saying? One of my label mates, one of my artists, Jay Hustle, and he bringing his New York side, his New York state of mind.
Oh snap! Y'all hear that?
And my, you know, both worlds. My southern with my mix with my northern. I travel, so I'm a traveler, man. I'm gonna bring you all that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely stay tuned. February 15th.
Hey, y'all heard it here first. February 15th, EP dropping. Full Time Hustle will be having their EP album release party. Where's that gonna be at?
2100 North Cannon. That's Michelle's Caribbean Cuisine. 2100 North Cannon, man. Kannapolis, North Carolina, man.
And it is my understanding, ladies, that ladies are free before 10:30. This is definitely an event that y'all don't want to miss out on.
Yeah, ladies free before 10:30. We got some of the hottest artists out of 704. We got PG Crunk, we got Bang Out, we got OG Snow Cane. There's a lot of artists, man. We got T Lee coming from Atlanta. There's a lot of artists, man. There's a lot of people, a lot of talent gonna be in the building.
More artists to announce. Y'all hear that? So definitely with that. So you know, since on JaneN'Thingzz we do our situations and our stories. So you ready for one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh boy, I don't know about this. So you decided to take your family on a long weekend camping trip to spend some quality time together. So at this point, you are not allowed to have any cell phones. You're not allowed to have any weapons. The only thing you can have is your tent, a lighter, any event that you need to start a fire, and your food. At this camping trip, it's just you and your children and your old lady, okay? Y'all out there in the middle of the woods, the middle of nowhere. All of a sudden, you hear somebody coming through the woods, and it's an ex-girlfriend from 20 years ago, and she come talking reckless, and she got a pistol, and she letting loose. What you gonna do?
I mean, what can I do?
Well, you gotta protect the kids and your old lady. I mean,
first of all, hold on. I'm gonna go along with the question, but first of all, my family know I ain't gonna be on no camping trip. They already just get that understood already. We're not gonna be in the woods doing nothing. But just saying, if I was ever in the woods with my family, if something happened like that, I gotta finesse her down. You know what I'm saying? You better know I gotta take one for the team. I'm sorry, whatever it is, just don't shoot. Just don't shoot. I gotta finesse the pistol out of her.
So you gonna tell her what? What you gonna tell her? So if this is your ex and she's saying you coming home with her, like, listen, I'm gonna kill your old lady and kids.
I'm going. I'll explain that shit later. I'm going. Don't say nothing. The bitch she crazy. She got a pistol. You wanna live? Go along with it.
This is the true family man, y'all.
You gotta take one for the team, man. You gotta be prepared for all situations.
True.
They gonna already know. They gonna already know. This shit can't be real. Just go with them. Follow his lead.
Listen, I commend you on that because I don't know. I just know with some females that's gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and fuck her up for you, babe.
And they did. All of them did right there. The ones you know, they did. There ain't gonna be too many of them left acting like that. You gotta think your way up out of that.
You're right. But the average person, now this is something that we run into all the time. I tell people all the time. The average person does not read anymore. And we all grew up when they say, well, reading is fundamental. How much or how often do you read in your own personal life?
Not much as I should, but I do. I say at least now, like, I say at least 2 times out of the week. You know what I'm saying? I got a book in the car with me. I keep it with me. But if I'm busy most of the time because I'm doing a whole bunch of other shit. But when I'm traveling or doing something else, I can read or, But every time I'm going to get the literature, it's just, it's right here on the phone now, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, but you still got to make time out to read, though. If you want to stay sharp, you gotta
What's one of your favorite books that's out right now?
What I'm reading right now is the Shook one by Charlamagne the God. It's about anxiety and dealing with anxiety and black people dealing with anxiety and being okay to identify with it and it's not being crazy and it's a dope read though.
Okay. Well, I hear a lot of people who tell me they don't read, and so it irks me to hear that people don't read anymore because I feel like some of the best things that we find out in life is actually through reading. I grew up and I used to hear my mom and them say, "There they go listen to that nigga advice again." So hearing that growing up, I always wanted to make sure I was never on the other end of that conversation. I always go out there, read, look it up for yourself. So no, I appreciate that. So we're gonna circle back around a little bit just to the youth because I know with putting a brand together, there's always kids out there that just got way too much free time on their hands. So, and it is my understanding that you want to be able to help the youth in ways. So like if somebody's out there, looking. Say they like playing with cameras, you want to be able to help provide things like that as far as like them coming in and working. You already have the tools so that they can come in and do so.
Yeah, we're definitely looking for intern.
Tell them what all you looking for out there because, there's kids out here, they ready, they willing.
Like you said, we're looking for cameraman, we're looking for artists, we're looking for, if you just want to be around and learn the game, you know what I'm saying? We need assistants, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a kid-friendly environment. You're going to learn, you're going to see what's going on. A video shoot might come. You might need to come and help behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And being behind the scenes, you'll learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? You'll learn a lot. So I think that's dope.
I think that'd be really dope too. All right, so it's a lot of youth out there. As I say, lost youth, but they're really interested into going into the music business. Learning how to work behind the scenes with cameras and things. Will you be willing to do some type of internship and help them out?
Most definitely. We got a lot of things they can do. The shop, for instance, they can come and learn how to press up shirts, whatever. Behind the scenes when we're doing music, they can come and be behind the scenes and help out, be assisted, and just learn the game, soak it up. Yeah, I definitely would because I needed that. If I had that, I probably wouldn't have made a lot of bad decisions I made. So yeah.
All right. Now I definitely do see a lot of kids getting into like graphic designs, video gaming, stuff like that. And I also hear you say a lot. Whenever I'm listening to you speak, you'll say, "Well, parents, if your kids like playing games or they're real passionate about something," I hear you say something like, "Set your kids up a YouTube channel."
Oh yeah, I mean, we're living in a digital time where everything is YouTube, social media. Why not? They own it anyway. And they know it better than us half of the time, so get them in that. Get them on the side of, I tell my kids, you a buyer or you a seller. So you might well be a seller. They done dissected. They watch somebody else's life on it. Let them know their life is just as interesting. Somebody will pay to watch their life.
True, true.
So yeah.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
This time, this age right here, man. Not even. I mean, somebody. It's entrepreneur. You could be selling anything. You could be selling like YouTube. You could start them up as they little. Have them making bracelets, making whatever, starting a page, just getting that side of just seeing the feeling of selling something and somebody being praises you for what you sold them or something you made, and they just experiencing that, not waiting till they 16, 17, going to get a job, work at a job that they really don't like just for the money. Yeah, so I think that's important, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I feel like our youth is missing. They're missing that point of being able to get out there on their own and actually start, but they don't have that guidance. So I think that's a really good thing that you have going on, that you're more than willing to sit out there, step out there and be that person to let them know, listen, these are things that I've done, and this is what I've been able to achieve by doing so. So we greatly appreciate that. We do need more men in our communities to that. Let's move to the topic of guns and youth, and how are our youth even getting these guns in their hands? You have to be 21 to buy a gun, right? But on the streets, they just coming in.
Well, it been like that. We don't make them. We don't do nothing, but they find their way to the streets. You just got to continue to talk to them. Gun problem gonna always be there, and there's a lot of reasons the kids are grabbing guns, but the first teacher is at home, so you got to get them before they go out the door and they get the influence of a gang or anything else that make them feel like they need to have a gun. Because you know where that lead. You know what I'm saying? You either got the gun and you're going to use it, or either way. So, yeah, man, just talk to your kids.
Definitely need to get inside our children's head and know where they're at. Speaking of that, do you have the passwords to your children's phone?
Nah, because I feel like maybe some people may need the passwords to their children's phone. Like my kid's big, and I'm gonna pull them up and I'm gonna rap with them. You know what I'm saying? Now if I need it, they gonna unlock that motherfucker and give it to me. But at the same time, nah, they ain't got mine. I don't need theirs. But if I feel like I need it, yeah, they give it to me. Yeah.
So do you allow your children to have social media?
Yeah. Cause my children, I think they mature. They mature. We treat them like adults. You know what I'm saying? With restrictions, like I ain't gonna say stay in a child place, but just graduate. But you treat them like little adults. So we ain't sugarcoating. So they very mature. They know what's going on. They know what's appropriate and what's not. They're gonna be kids, always be kids, but at the same time, yeah.
As you know, when we were little, don't be out there embarrassing me.
Oh nah. I mean, kids gonna be kids, and once you realize that, we just all trying to figure it out. Ain't no blueprint. Your kids gonna do what you did, maybe a little more, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you did it, your parents did it, and it's gonna continue to happen. So it ain't no blueprint, man. All you can do is give your kids the best advice, try to raise them from home, tell them right from wrong, and basically get them before the streets get them. The streets get them is over.
How do you feel about gangs?
I never grew up in the gang culture, so I respect it. I know, like, some people didn't have a choice about this shit. Some people grew up in it 3 or 4 generations deep, you know what I'm saying? Like, grandparents was in it. And then some people may not have grew up in that, but they feel like they needed that at a point in their life. And that might be something they went to. As if people go to church, as people go to boys club or whatever it may be, they might have gravitated towards that. And long as they big homies is uplifting them and telling them the right thing instead of, having them out there doing some dumb shit, because they already got enough on their back just growing up in today's world. So if it ain't uplifting, then yeah, I got a problem with it. But if it's on some beefing just because we beefing, just because you claim this and you claim that shit don't make no sense. I can't understand that, and I can't vouch for that.
I totally understand. So definitely in today's world, we need that. Like, we need for kids to understand that gangs just not it. Like, you have to be able to set yourself aside. But a lot of that comes from peer pressure. Has it ever been a time where one of your children have come home and they've been a victim of bullying or peer pressure in school? And if so, how was it handled?
I mean, I think yeah, all kids done had some kind of encounter with that in some kind of way. It may not have been a continuous bullying. It may be you went outside and somebody was fucking with you, and you came home. It was a form of bullying. So, yeah, my kids done. They done have encounter with other kids, and that's life. But you got to give them the tools to carry that, to know what to do when they run into that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I tell them, violence is always the last result. You black, you a young man, so you might be looked at as you guilty first, even if you the victim. So keep that in mind. So if you can get out of the situation without violence, and that will come in, thinking come in. So you teach them to think. Teach them to think. The kids gonna be kids.
You're exactly right about that. Kids will be kids, but like you said, if you teach them to think, then they'll be able to react in a more respectful way for most cases. So you have a lot of people here on your live, okay? And somebody is they're saying facts, so they're totally agreeing with you in this situation. I agree with you. I definitely always want to tell people, put the guns down, and I personally would like to eliminate gangs. I would really like to eliminate, but I know that gangs is a lot of things that people turn to when they're in prison. So when they come home, they kind of just stuck with it, but they don't really care to be in it a lot. I've seen that a lot. Just asking people in general, do you think that like it's just something they did as a protection mechanism while locked up?
I mean, I ain't gonna say everybody that joined the gang that was the case, but you're gonna have some of that in there. I mean, just like when people go through problems, they go to church here. There, you may be surrounded by gangs. You may feel like, oh, I need to jump in one of these shit, so I'll be protected. Or, whatever peer pressure, your homeboy might be doing it. It may look cool to you. It may, so that's what I think a lot of it is today.
Just peer pressure?
Not even peer pressure. I think it ain't the same as it used to be. Like, I'm not a gang member. I never have been, but, I know people, that's, do what they do, so I pay attention. So, but I don't think the structure and what I see today is a lot of social media. So, like, my favorite entertainer is a Blood, or my favorite entertainer is a Crip, or whatever they may claim. So then the kids, you like their music, so you claiming what they claiming, don't even know what they claiming. You throwing up signs and don't even know what they throwing up. So when you get presented with the opportunity to be in the game, you think it's cool because you just seen it on TV. You done seen your favorite entertainer do it. You done seen, and then there's some niggas that's really with it. They gonna die about it and they stand on it and they live by that shit. But I think a lot of this shit now, cause you see the little kids and you be looking like, I know before you had to stand on something, you had to put some work in, or you had to, they be looking like it's all fun and games and it's happy go. I'm like, nah, this ain't the gangsters I'm used to.
It's usually like that until somebody's baby gone, and then all of a sudden, it's a problem. But that's a problem with parents, because a lot of times a parent will see their child change and don't even address the change in their child. I think that comes from it.
It's that too. Like I said, at home you the first teachers, but a lot of times the parents working, man. And if, like you say, if you ain't watching their phone, and if they've been exposed to a lot off rip, then it kind of be, I ain't gonna say it's too late, but they already, like people say, when you turn to the streets, you already kind of, you done got a taste of it, so that's what you be wanting. So the kids then experience some of that. The parents might be working, they might begin to go outside, hang around with motherfuckers, do different shit, seem like it's cool. Next thing you know, they wearing blue sweaters or red sweaters and, throwing up shit, not really knowing. Niggas really die behind this shit.
They do.
Niggas really lose their life behind this shit. So, yeah, it's not just a fad. When it become a fad, and then little kids is using their life, and you have niggas that's older that know better, you feel like you putting them in the trick bag because you want a little homie, you want a little nigga to be up under you. Nah, that's when it's a problem.
Definitely a problem. I just remember growing up in Fishertown and going to A.L. Brown High School, and when I got to like 11th grade, I remember if somebody had a problem with us, like we'll wear white tees and some jeans to school. I remember being expelled at one point in time, but it was like, oh, y'all gang. It was like, Fishertown was a gang. And we had to let them know, like, nah, we're not a gang, but we grew up in the same community together. So if you come at one, you definitely going to have it with everybody. But people would say it was a gang, but I think that's what we're missing here in a lot of our communities. People don't have close communities anymore.
You know when as black people, when we group up, everything's gonna be a game. We can be social gathering as a gang. You know what I'm saying? It could be positive. They going so when you know that, you got to thread it real light. You got to make sure everything is, because we don't got the same opportunities as the next person to group up and do what they do. So yeah, you got to keep that in mind. They're going. Oh, is they organized? They all wearing the same shit? Yeah, they a gang. Let's get them. Police do that. Other groups do that. That you wouldn't consider a gang, but that's what it be a structure. It ain't nothing wrong with a gang when it got structure. It's all for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? When it's helping the community, it's helping the elderly. It's it's looking out when you ain't causing havoc to the community.
True.
That's when it's okay. That's what my understanding of. That's what the older gangs was about. You know what I'm saying? So now it's a fad. That's all I see. It's a fad. There's a couple real ones in there, but you gotta weed them out like everything else. It ain't all what it seems.
True. I know. I totally understand. I wanted to go back to the days where you could actually whoop your neighbor, for messing up, or a situation like when somebody's kid was falling out in school. You pick up the phone, you call their mama, and you say, "Listen, come on over here to my house. We're gonna talk about it." Like those days. But I believe the system has made it hard because they say if you whoop your child, then it's child abuse.
Now, your child, I believe that in that time, that was good for that time, but I don't believe in nobody else touching my kids for nothing. Like, now, you got permission to holler at me and tell me what they did, because I don't know, you got a bad day or what's going on with you, but nah. So I'm glad I'm not in that time, because nah, you don't want to, that's a slavery thing, you know what I'm saying, whooping the kids. Now, I do believe you got to touch your kids up if they get out of line. But they got to know that's what it is after you done exhausted everything else. But not whooping your motherfucking kids like we used to get whooped in slavery. But, yeah, they get out of line, they keep playing, they keep testing, you might fuck them up. But, yeah, not just, some motherfuckers, whoop my kids, send them home, holler at me. We're going to get it right.
Well, yeah. I mean, technically, in this day and time, I don't think kids get whoopings anyway. Mine, I can't remember the last time one of mine got a actual whooping. But I do have that relationship that if I'm sitting down talking to my child, they're going to bust out crying. They're going to feel guilty just at the thought of even making me look bad. And I try to tell them, it ain't making me look bad. It's making you look bad because they know I raised you right.
Yeah. I could dig that. My kids is they young teenagers, so I ain't gonna say hard on them, but I like real life shit, cause they at that age where it's just consequences. Like I can't save you, it's different consequences. So everything up through here been a test, getting you ready for now, because now you could be in somebody's system. So yeah, do what you're supposed to do. Be mindful of your surroundings and who you with. But kids is gonna be kids, but at the same time, you just gotta pay attention to your kids. Some of your kids may need more nurturing than others, maybe mature than others. So you can't just let them because it's so much shit. Before we just played outside, now it's social media. And
kids don't play outside no more though.
Nah, not like that.
I don't remember the last time I actually seen kids play outside. In fact, I work out often at the park when I do decide to work out. As you know, I bypass the gym.
Okay.
But when I go to the park, I never see children. What I see is other adults running the trails or the adults on the bars doing pull-ups and stuff like that. But I never see children.
I mean, the games, it's right here, the phones, everything. Like, so, yeah, like, that's why a lot of people don't read now, because it's, everything's at your fingertips, so that's what we really I believe that we gotta stay on that right there, because they gonna have a looking at this shit and it could be something else going on, like, because everything is here. So the kids is not going outside. Before you was going to throw a ball, you was going to do this, you couldn't talk to a motherfucker across the world on your phone or PlayStation Live or whatever. You couldn't do none of that shit. So it was like you was outside, you was hands-on. So now it's everything digital. So I feel like if you gotta be digital, let them be on social media making some money from that shit. YouTube or podcasting or, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying?
So do you feel that everything being at your fingertips is a way of people not really knowing how to communicate?
Yeah. If you don't stay, it got to be a balance because this is a part of our life. You're not gonna be able to take these phones out of our life, so it has to be a balance because everybody will be on their phone. People already deal with social awkwardness and all kinds of shit. So now it's much easier for me just to do this shit and not talk to nobody. Or not, yeah, it's short, so before you was forced to, okay, we can't just sit here and look crazy. So
Right.
you're gonna have to talk, motherfuckers gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, nah. So yeah, you gotta make time for that. You gotta make time for that.
All right. So being that you do have teenage children, do you allow them to date in this world?
Yeah, they at the age where it's gonna be, they gonna date. They gonna date. They at the age, they young adults. But,
To have somebody actually bought somebody home like, Dad, this is my significant other. Yeah, have you?
Nah. Ain't doing that.
So you're not ready for that part yet.
No, I'm ready because I believe they mature, but nah, they not ready for that. They just focus on what they doing, getting their career together, focus on school, and figuring their life out before that. Because I explained that this is, this is gonna come and go. You got plenty of time for that. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's gonna happen in due time. Right now, focus on you. Take advantage of all the advantages you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Especially while you're able to still live in my house,
It is that part.
That's the part. I make sure I tell mine all the time. I listen. As long as you are in my house, take advantage of being in my house. Meaning you got free food, you got free lights, you got free water. But the moment you decide that you want to go out here in this dating world and you feel like, okay, you and your significant other want to get a house together, like you're not gonna be able to call me and say my light bill due or my phone bill due. Like
You say that.
I'm just I really feel like I'm out because I want them to be an adult at that time. If you, especially if I've told you you're in my house and you're getting everything free at the moment.
Yeah, but now if you go out and you decide to go out and then I see this is just a habit and this is what's going on, then you need to bring your ass home or you're gonna stay out there and starve. But because you got to take a choice. They're gonna take that choice eventually to step out there and you got grown motherfuckers that's 40, 50 years old still staying home with mom and dad because they haven't figured it out. So in the South, motherfuckers don't never. They don't push you out. You'll see the whole family still there, so that's just what it is. So I don't believe in, just washing it up. Now you ain't gonna goddamn take me to the poorhouse either. We're gonna get understanding that if you working and you trying, then I'm gonna help you. But nah, if you need help, come back home. We'll figure it out.
But you don't get to come back home with your significant other.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
You come back home, you get that help, and then when next time you go out there, you'll be a little bit more balanced. That's pretty much how that is. So in this day and time, what I see a lot of is people go out there, they get themselves in a relationship, and then all of a sudden they realize it's the real world, and they want to bring their boyfriend or their girlfriend home, and they feel like mom and daddy's supposed to help everybody.
I mean, life hard. Life is hard. You know what I'm saying? We all trying to figure this shit out. You see it, but motherfuckers don't be mindful. They get in different situations. You got to start back over if that happens. If you go your way, I go my way. We meet neutral ground to make this work. But after that certain age, you can't be bringing the whole. Now the kids can come, and grandma always will take the kids. The kids,
She's taking the kids. If you want it, she'll take the kids before she take you.
And then in some cases, the significant other can come if the family rocking with them like that, and they really trying because. People get burnt out of their house, different shit, that you can never prepare for. But if I see you over here just fucking up and you over here just fucking up, and now y'all gonna drown together. Y'all gonna drown together, yeah. But if y'all fucked up and y'all trying to work it out, everybody needs some help. We ain't, that's all we got. So yeah, but you ain't gonna take advantage and just be living your life and goddamn, we just supporting you now.
Somebody wants to know, would you ever move to Ghana?
Yeah, I definitely would.
Would that be a vacation, lifelong vacation or permanent retirement?
Nah, it would be home. It would be home like a lot of places, a few places I have on the list where it would be home, home away from home.
You know what, Wise? I really appreciate you just coming out this evening, giving us a little insight on what's going on in your life, giving us insight on what's going on within the community. Tell everybody how they can reach you.
Oh man, Instagram f.t.h_ent, Facebook the same thing, and Twitter coming soon, and LinkedIn, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying, coming soon. But yeah, f.t._ent, yeah, Instagram, Facebook.
I got that first interview, guys. Listen. If you haven't already, make sure you go subscribe at JaneN'Thingzz. We are handling this back and forth. Listen, you heard it here first. Wise, again, thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Y'all family, man. Anytime.
Look, can't wait. Guys, if y'all hadn't got your tickets already, tickets on sale now at Eventbrite, February 15th. It's going to be a movie. You hear me? A movie. February 15th, we got everybody coming. More artists even left to come and perform. We hadn't even announced them yet. I'm telling you, it's going to be lit. Get your homegirls, get your homeboys, get the people at the store that you don't even know. I'm telling you, come out. Kannapolis, North Carolina, February 15th is lit.
Already.
Mama say it's my fault I wear my heart on my sleeve. I think it's best I put my heart on ice, cause I can't breathe. I'm gonna put my